let me tell you, it's going to be a good day. It's always a good day when we decide that it's a good day, right? Yes, yes. Welcome to Unity of Tucson. I'm Reverend Jonathan Zenz. I'm the minister here at this beautiful spiritual center, this beautiful church, and grateful to have you here joining us on this Sunday morning. If you're watching online, grateful to have you joining us as well. Just as a reminder, we're putting the call out for new videos. We had been running this montage for about a year of faces in our community, and we think it's time to refresh it. So if you would like to put yourself on video for 10 to 15 seconds and send that to us, the instructions for that are in the description of the video today. So please check it out. And I'm going to invite Anna Mello up to join us on stage. She is our guest vocalist today. So excited to have her here with us. Yes, yes, yes. And you know what? You're going to recognize, you probably already recognize this opening song. Yes? So if you want to stand up and dance and sing with us, please feel free.
Are we? We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. We are family. Brothers and sisters, are we? We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. Everyone can see we're together as we walk on by, and we fly just like birds of a feather. I won't tell no lie. All of the people around us say, can they be that close? Just let me state for the record, we're giving love in a family dose. We are family. Brothers and sisters, are we? We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. We are family. Brothers and sisters, are we? We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. Living life is fun, and we've just begun to get our share of this world's delights. High hopes we have for the future and our goals inside. We don't get depressed as we haul our golden rule. Have faith in you and the things you do. You won't go wrong. Oh no, this is our family jewel. Sing on. We are family. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Brothers and sisters, are we? We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. We are family. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sisters, are we? Yeah, yeah. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing one more time. We are family. Brothers and sisters, are we? We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. Let's sing this strong. We are family.
Anna Mello! Thank you so much for gracing us with your magnificence this morning. So good to have you here. Yeah, I'll take care of all of this. So yes, once again, welcome to another beautiful morning, a high-energy Sunday morning. I like to live in the state of high energy. How about you? Right? And so for me, Sunday morning should be a celebration of the joy that is in our hearts, the love and the light that is in our hearts, and that's what this is all to me. You know, I've gone to church where it's been like, and now we're going to have the hymn, we're going to do this, and that's like that. I want to celebrate. How about you? Yeah. So we have a vision and mission statement here at Unity of Tucson. We've just adopted a new mission and vision statement, and I want to share with you, and I would like us all to share together the new vision statement. It is this: We envision a world awakened to its magnificence. We do envision a world awakened to its magnificence. And the vision is how we see the world, right? That's how we see the world. Well, how do we get there? We get there through the mission. So a mission is an active statement. And the mission here at Unity of Tucson, you've heard me say it for a long time: love only, forgive everything, remember who you are. It is my firm belief, and you get to decide what you believe, but it is my firm belief that through these tenets, we can achieve that awakened world to its magnificence. So let's celebrate that here today. If you're joining us for the first time today, I first of all want to say thank you for joining us here. If you're online, we would love to connect with you. So if you would go to unitytucson.com/connect, fill out the information there. That helps us to make this connection and continue this connection. So we'd love to know that you are joining us here today. If you are in the room, there are a couple of things that we have for you. One is a gift. And so if you would like to identify yourself as someone who is visiting us for the first time today, we invite you to stand up so that we can pour all the love all over. Is there anyone new here today? Grateful to have you here. Thanks for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We've got some gifts that are coming around for you. And if you would remain standing, we have another gift for you. And that is some information that we here at Unity of Tucson know, because we've done our research into the truth of your being. And the truth of your being is this. Ready, everyone? 1, 2, 3. You are magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. So thank you for joining us here today. I think it is important that, yes, right? I think it is important that as we are able to exclaim for others their magnificence, that we exclaim this for ourselves, right? It's important that we be able to claim our own magnificence. So let us all say this out loud. I am magnificent. I am magnificent. You are magnificent. We are magnificent. And I'm grateful that we are all here celebrating this morning. So in part of this celebration, we take some quiet time. We take some time for reflection and contemplation. And so what I'm going to do is invite you all into this time with me here and now. So let's just take a moment to relax right where we are. Relax the body, relax the physical presence. Find a comfortable position to maintain for just a short time. Allow yourself to check in with the physical body and see if there's any place where you might be holding on to any unnecessary physical tension. And simply invite that unnecessary tension to melt away. Allowing an easeful and gentle space in mind and in heart. Simply relaxing into the here and now. Releasing any anticipation for what may unfold in the future. Choosing to let go of anything we might be bringing into the present moment from our past. There is great power in being present. So let us be present here in this moment, fully and wholly. Opening up to a deeper realization that there is no separation between the universal and the individual. That we are all, each and every one of us, not drops in the ocean, but we are each and every one of us, as Rumi says, the entire ocean in a drop. Simply allowing and noticing. going to speak the words of this month's affirmation. An affirmation that is rooted in this month's theme of flow. And I invite you to hear these words and allow some contemplation of what they mean to you. The affirmation is, I am always in the flow of life, growing and stretching into the best version of me. I am always in the flow of life, growing and stretching into the best version of me. Let's just sit in quiet contemplation of that for a few moments. I am always in the flow of life, growing and stretching into the best version of me.
I remember who I am. I remember who you are and who we are is pure spirit. I remember who I am. I remember who and who we are is pure spirit. We are life, we are love, we are light. We are joy, we are peace, we are wisdom, and beautiful harmony. We are pure spirit. I remember who I am. I remember who you are and who we are is pure spirit.
And so let's take this to heart, this remembering rooted in the understanding that there is only one infinite power and presence. There is only one principle of creation. There is only one universal harmony. There is God and nothing else. And while we refer to God in myriad ways, in many, many, many ways, the truth that I hold is that God is all there is. And so everything that exists is part of this infinite wholeness. This is inclusive of each and every one of us. We are the very power. We are the very presence. We are the light, the life, and the love, the peace, beauty, power, joy, wisdom, and harmony of spirit. And our lives are flowing forth with the infinite creative power. That which we create in mind is created in our experience. And so I live in the affirmation that I am in a state of creating only the good, creating only the constructive, creating only the loving, creating only that which is kind and compassionate. I choose to lead with these ideals in mind, and I invite us all to do the same in our own perfect, unique way, for that is the value of understanding that we are this wholeness expressed uniquely as us. And so it is my choice to live in this manner, and I make this choice every day. It is with joy and gratitude in my heart and overflowing that I simply acknowledge this to be so, and I affirm it as so as I relax and allow. And so it is.
We are life, we are love, we are light. We are joy, we are peace, we are wisdom, and beautiful harmony. We are pure spirit. I remember who I am. I remember who you are and who we are is pure spirit. And who we are is pure spirit. Yes, who we are is pure spirit.
Thank you, Anna. Such a delight to have you join us, Anna. Another person who's joining us today is Lynn, one of our keepers of the flames. Grateful to have you here, as always. If you're new to our community, you will see these unlit candles, which we are about to light. Fake candles, we get it, for safety. But are candles really fake? If they put forth that light, they're not really fake. They're just a different form of candle. We engage in this practice that we've adopted in this community called lighting the flames of faith, and it is an acknowledgement that all faith traditions, all religious paths are all rooted in one source, and that is love. And so we celebrate that with each candle that we light. And so let us light a candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light a candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous peoples, the way of primal spirituality. We light a candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light a candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light a candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light a candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light a candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the divine will of love as the highest calling. We light a candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light a candle for all forms of new thought, honoring the mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. This candle we light is to acknowledge all the faith traditions which have gone unnamed in this ceremony, and for any seekers who may be unaware of the power and presence of Spirit or God in their lives, and for the space that we are keeping open for them in our hearts. This final candle we light is the healing candle. It represents the uncovering of the divine essence at the core of all creation, for that is how we teach within this philosophy true healing, the uncovering of God in all experiences, for God is at the core of all of it. God is the expression of life itself. And so as we accept this more and accept that everything that exists is the manifestation of the divine, we find ourselves in a healed experience of life. This is your candle for whatever is also in your mind and in your heart that requires the light, and allowing that light to shine forth is healing. The candle here on your left is our peace candle, which we keep consistently illuminated with this understanding that it represents the consistent illumination of peace in our own hearts. And as we allow that peace at the core of each and every one of us to expand and grow in our thoughts, in our interactions, in our deeds, in our experiences and expressions, we create a more peaceful life and a more peaceful world universally. And so let's honor this candle by reading together the prayer for world peace. Divine love indwells each person and radiates from one to another. Harmony is established and peace begins to reign in the world. Yes, it does. Thank you. Lynn.
Hello.
Hello. So, there was some homework last week.
Yes.
Do you remember the homework? I'm going to remind people of the homework.
Remind them of the homework.
I'm going to remind them of homework. So if you're new to our community, I give homework every week because part of the New Thought philosophy for me is to put it into practice in our lives. It's wonderful to show up on a Sunday and feel inspired, but here's what I want. I want us to live this principle. I want us to live these practices in our everyday life. So each week I give homework, and this was the homework from last week. The homework was this. As you go about your week, determine what needs mental renovation in your life. One of the ways that you can do this is to complete every thought and every phrase with a phrase like, and so it is,
Yes, yeah.
right? Or, no matter what. That's one of my favorites. I'm going to live the best life there is possible, no matter what. It's good. That's good affirmation.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. By doing this, you actually very quickly, I think, are able to recognize things about your life. Number one, what is it that you want to keep in your life? What is it that you want to be tossed out of your life? What is it that can be stored and used for later? And what is it you may not be so sure about that you're going to set aside and perhaps revisit at some other time to make a determination? So it was an exploration of these ideas that I invited us all to leave with last week. So how did that go for you?
It's been an interesting week.
Yeah?
Yes. I have found that I work with a person that I don't see eye to eye with, so it's very negative. But it's up to me to own my own feelings and behaviors and not express it out to other people. Even though I have to work with her. I mean, I don't want to, but I have to. It's one of those things. So with doing that, it has allowed me to be more centered and more understanding and take some deep breaths before I even engage with her. Mm-hmm. That's been the big one.
Taking that moment
Yes.
is a very powerful practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's beautiful. I have another question. So the theme this month is flow. And she's not expecting me to ask this question.
No, I'm not.
So I just want to. I'm going to give her an out a little bit here.
You're taking liberties. You know why?
I'm taking liberties because this is my mother. So the theme this month is flow. So I just want to ask you, just in general, and I know you're not prepared for this, but what does it mean to you to live in the flow?
To let things go that aren't working. I've had a really kind of a big deal this last month. I blew the engine in my car on the 26th of July. And I've been living with a rental car, which, while we get the engine fixed. And I've had to let go a lot because there's been a lot of things back and forth. Well, yes, it's going to work. No, that didn't work. We have to get this part. So I've had to really, and in fact, today when we leave, I have to go get a battery.
Yeah.
I'm crossing my fingers going, this is it.
Yes.
This is it. It's going to run. It did run for a little bit yesterday.
Great.
But yeah, so I've had to kind of really let it kind of flow and let it lead the way it's supposed to be, because I don't have control over that.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's great. The capacity to be able to live in ease and allow, right? That's really going with the flow.
I have to.
Yeah. So thank you for that. I appreciate
welcome.
that. That's Lynn Peterson, everyone. Thank you. I'll give you a hug. Thank you. So our featured guest artist today has blessed us with her presence before, and she will continue to bless us with her presence. As I'm going to make the announcement. She has made a commitment to joining us once a month to sing here. And you've already heard her, so there's almost no introduction necessary. So please welcome with our featured song today, Anna Mello to the stage. Here she comes. There's that for you. I'm going to turn your pages. I don't know where your page. I'm not going to turn your pages.
Real quickly to introduce this song, I think it was so great hearing both Lynn and you, because last month when I was here, I sang I Give It Up. And so when I heard Lynn speaking of flow, some of those things you have to let go or give it up, that's kind of flow. And then when the whole mental renovation, when I wrote this song, I was going through mental renovation. And so I was singing a lot and thinking, what do I want to sing into my life? And so this is called I Sing It, title of my CD. And all these things on here are things that I want to bring more of into my life. This last year, I've started doing some painting, and that's gotten me through some challenges. So in sharing this, I just want to encourage whatever your passion is, whether it's singing or painting or running or playing an instrument, whatever, to think about what you want to create in your life and use that passion to bring it into your life. So I encourage you to sing along with me on the chorus. It's super simple. So let's do it. I sing it. 1, 2, 3. I sing joy, I sing peace, I sing happiness, health, and harmony. I sing love, I sing freedom, I sing wisdom and prosperity. I sing fun, I sing confidence, I sing work with flexibility. I sing laughter, I sing friendship, I sing connection, I sing family. I sing it, anything I want, I sing it, all my heart's desires, I sing it right into my life. I sing travel, I sing stillness, I sing to live in authenticity. I sing nature, I sing movement, I sing expression and creativity. I sing hugs, I sing affection, I sing honest intimacy. I sing passion, I sing commitment, I sing a spirit who lives in you and me. Sing with me. I sing it, anything I want, I sing it, all my heart's desires, I sing it right into my life. Feel free to move in your chairs. I see those shoulders swaying. Let's do it together, ready? Let's sing it, anything we want, let's sing it, it. All our heart's desires, let's sing it. Let's sing it. Sing it right into our lives. 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 Sing it right into our lives.
Annabello! Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. I love talent. I don't need this. And grateful that you share your gifts and your talents here with us. Thank you so much, Anna. If you receive our Friday email, you will see that the title of today's message is The 7-Course Meal. The 7-course meal, and I like to keep the messages a little obtuse, because then you don't really know what I'm going to say, and then I can change it up on Sunday morning if I want to change it up. But I'm very specific about what the 7-course meal is this week. Now, how did this come to be? I was invited to a dinner at a friend's, somebody that I didn't really know, I had recently met, but my husband's coworker invited us over for dinner. And we set it up for this past Tuesday. And, I mean, what do you think about when you're invited to dinner? You think, oh, we're going to go, we're going to have a nice meal, we'll have some, conversation, and that'll be that. And, boy, I got an unexpected treat on Tuesday. It was beyond anything I could have imagined it was going to be. Because what I did not know about this magnificent woman who invited us over for dinner is that she is a French chef. Like a legit French chef who teaches people how to prepare French cuisine. She's practically like the Julia Child of Sahuarita. That's what I'm going to call her. She may not like that. I don't know. She may love it. Who knows? The funny thing is that day, I do this video on Facebook and on YouTube each Sunday. No, each Tuesday through Friday. I do a video on Facebook and YouTube each Sunday as well, but Tuesdays through Fridays, I do this midday mindful moment. And that day, on Tuesday, the theme was welcoming unexpected blessings. So I got to have a truly unexpected blessing. Here's what happened. We show up, and we are immediately brought some champagne, and we sit down in a nice conversational area, and we have some beautiful hors d'oeuvres, as a starter. And then we get up and we go, and we are brought out plate after plate after plate of this magnificent 7-course meal. One of the things that, I'm going to admit freely, she may be watching, and now I feel a little bad about saying this. One of the things is I was so exhausted on Tuesday. When Dane and I were driving, Dane is my husband, when we were driving down there, I said, let's try and, enjoy the evening, but also wrap it up pretty quickly. So we got there about 6:15, sat down for hors d'oeuvres at about 6:15. We moved to the table about 6:45, and the final dessert we completed at about 11:15 that night. I didn't care that I was exhausted. It was incredible. Incredible. One of the things that happens, too, is that because these are two people that I essentially had met for the first time, you get asked questions. The one question, what do you do? I'm a minister. And then all of a sudden, now you're into the discussion of religion at the dinner table, which, what do they say? Never talk about at the dinner table, politics or religion. But it was absolutely extraordinary because we were able to see eye to eye in very different spiritual paths, and we were able to find the commonalities between us, which is what we're all trying to do, I think, So I stepped back and I thought, this has just been an incredible night, and how do I now get to use this as a metaphor for my Sunday message? In what way might we consider our entire life as a magnificent 7-course dinner? I just looked down and realized the other thing is when we sat down at the table, we had all the courses laid out exactly what we were expecting. I mean, in French with translations. Really incredible. So in what ways might we experience life as a magnificent 7-course dinner? So there's a thing that actually came up for me. And number one is keep each course manageable. What does that mean? In this 7-course meal, it's not that we were delivered these humongous plates of food. It was each little magnificent piece that added up to a magnificent experience. So for instance, in the fish course, we were served on a plate 1 scallop on 5 spears of asparagus. And you just sit and you savor the experience of that. And I think we have forgotten how to savor the experience of mealtime. Certainly my husband and I have, because very frequently we find ourselves with a TV tray watching television while we shovel food in, right? Having this experience of food was so, so wonderful. So don't overdo any one course, is one of the lessons that I thought about that day. Trust that each part is supportive of the whole experience. Each part is supportive of the whole experience. So how do we approach this thing called life? If life, as I'm using the metaphor today, is a 7-course meal, how do we approach this thing called life? And the belief in an embodiment of spirituality in it. How do we approach it? I think sometimes we miss the mark thinking that we have to ingest it and experience it all right here, right now. What if we let go of that need and actually just enjoyed it in little bits and pieces? Are we willing to take our time in the experience of life to enjoy each portion of the experience? It was an important thing for me to really consider. And I thought, well, if that's the way we're going to experience it, what might those 7 courses be? I stepped back and I thought, now I have to figure out what the metaphor really is. Like, what is our appetizer and how do we make our way all the way through to dessert? And then it hit me. There is someone that many people refer to, he is referred to as one of the fathers of New Thought. He is a contemporary of the Fillmores and very prominent in the development of New Thought, specifically in England, in the British Isles. His name is Thomas Troward, and he is very famous for having a lot of influence on New Thought teaching. He defined God, although he pretty much doesn't ever use the word God, he uses the word spirit. He defined God or spirit in this way, through 7 substantive properties. And so I'm going to offer up this menu today, the 7 substantive properties of God. And I invite you, as I move through this 7-course meal, that you reflect upon your own inner relationship to each one of these courses. And so he begins with, and we will begin with this course today, that one of the substantive properties, our appetizer today, is life. That is a substantive property of the divine. And we teach within this philosophy that we are divine. We are the expression of God. As I used today in the meditation, we are not drops in the ocean. We are not separate from. We are the entire ocean in a drop. And so life is part of our magnificence expressing forth. Charles Fillmore defined life in this manner. Life is the expression of being, which manifests itself as animation. Because I'm fairly animated, right? Animation, activity, vigor. I love that word, vigor. Life is vigor. Life is the activating principle, the energy that propels all form into action. Now, I hold to this notion and I agree with this definition of life. It is that vitality at the core of each and every one of us. From the seemingly lifeless, there is life at the core of all of it. When you take it down to its essential elements. Life is at the core of all of it. Troward said this because spirit or God is life, because it is life, it must also be love. And that's our second course. Love is the second course. Love, as Charles Fillmore says, is the pure essence of being. Love is the power that joins and binds in the divine harmony the universe and everything in it. Love is the glue which holds life together. Love is the self-givingness of the Spirit for the purposes of creation. Love and life work in tandem. They work in tandem. The tendency of life, our tendency, if we are open to that tendency, is to express more fully through love. That is the tendency of life. Now, we can squash that tendency and experience life in a very different way. But if we let go of the ways we hold on to things and enjoy the flow of this 7-course meal, then I think what we will find is that we will express more fully and more lovingly through love. Troward explained the pure motive of giving greater enjoyment of life is love. The pure motive of giving greater enjoyment of life. That's how he defined love. Love is at the core of each and every one of us, just as life is at the core of each and every one of us. Because Spirit or God is life guided by love, Troward continues, it must also be light. That's our third course. So we have life, we have love, and we have light. What is light? Just think for yourself. We talk a lot about light, that we want to be the light. We want to feel enlightened. We talk about light as a metaphor a lot. So what is light? Charles Fillmore explains light as the understanding principle in mind. Light is the illumination, the capacity within each and every one of us to be illuminated into perception. As opposed to trying to understand life in the darkness, we are the light itself. We are the light itself. When Jesus said, "I am the light of the world," in John 8:12, he meant that he was an expresser of truth in all aspects. And it was his desire not to be set apart from, but to help us each to understand that this is who and what we are. For Jesus was a way shower of how to be the expression of light. We have this capacity. Each and every one of us has this capacity to be the expressors of truth in all aspects. This is how we arrive at the fourth course. So here we are. Life, love, light. We arrive at the fourth course. In many ways, and in fact it was the truth at this particular seating, that the fourth course was the main course. The main course. So today the main course is power. People get confused by power because power is not coercion. Power is not a show of aggression. Power is knowing at the core of our being that we are the creators of our experience, and we do not need to diminish anyone else in order to live the inherent power at the core of our soul. From life, love, and light those things precede power because there is no opposing force at the level of pure spirit. Power is the activator behind all infinite possibility. So is there something that you are looking to experience and express in your life that perhaps seems out of reach right now? It may be that we have developed this idea that power or aggression is some way that we can get there. But I'm telling you today, relax. In just a little bit more slowly, the understanding of your expression as power, inherent power, and that which you desire will flow more freely. In us, power is this, the innate control over our thoughts and feelings. It is our ability and freedom to choose. We have control over the experience and expression of our lives. Power is the expression of infinite freedom. And it is through power the choices of our lives are created. Power is action. Power is affirmation. We are, as Charles Fillmore said, the power of God in action. The power is not antagonistic. The power is not coercive. The power is not manipulative. The power is the core of our life force essence. And this power is expressed as well through the fifth course of our inherent expressed divinity, peace. Peace. Peace is the awareness and tranquility derived from the awareness of the Christ consciousness that is the core of each and every one of us, that incarnating principle, the Christ mind. For Christ is not Jesus' last name. It is an understanding of his anointment and the anointment of each and every one of us. We can, each and every one of us, claim for ourselves that we are the very Christ expression as life. There is Christ Diane, and Christ William, and Christ Deborah, and Christ Holly. And we should, I think, more and more and more accept this as our birthright, that we are anointed into this thing called life, and that as we express that through these 7 courses, and adhere to these 7 courses, life just gets easier. And that, for me, is the whole point and purpose of spiritual practice. I want my life to be easier. And I have found when I am outside of spiritual practice, life is harder. And so I keep at it. I keep in the practice. So the spirit of the whole, God, cannot set one part in antagonism against another. So peace is inherent at the core of all of this. For if there was an antagonistic expression at the level of the infinite would destroy itself. There can be no antagonism in the infinite. So why do we accept antagonism in our own hearts? Let us be in alignment with that which we know to be true, that which we accept at the core of our hearts, the beingness that love, light, life, power, and peace are guiding our way. Peace is inherent. I talk about it when I talk about the peace candle. It is inherent at the core of each and every one of us. So the question perhaps today around peace is, why do we cover it up? Why do we act in any way that may not be in accordance with the peace at our core? So from life, love, light, power, and peace, we find ourselves at the 6th course, beauty. Beauty. Beauty is the principle of wholeness, and understanding that the principle of wholeness recognizes itself in all things. That every expression of wholeness that exists, and that is everything that exists, recognizes the self in that expression. And in understanding that, it is all beautiful. So let us let go of any notion that there is ugliness in the world. The ugliness in the world comes from the way we might behave in the world, but it is not part of the infinite wholeness. We are at a place of choice in how we choose to be. Beauty is, as Charles Fillmore said, I love this, the loveliness of God beheld in all creation. The loveliness of God beheld in all creation. Spiritual persons behold this divine loveliness everywhere. So when they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder, that is absolutely true. Beauty is in your decision to see things as beautiful, not because something out there has been defined as beautiful by something else. So in what manner do you behold the world? Do you tend toward the ugliness of some circumstances? There's a lot of circumstances we could look at in our world that seem very ugly right now. Just turn on the news. There's a lot of stuff that we could look at and say, it's ugly, it's horrible. Or are you able to look through the circumstances and behold the God essence at the core? You know, this was not something I intended to bring up today, but what's happening in Afghanistan right now could be looked at as something very ugly. But I love what Fred Rogers says about things like that is when we turn on the TV, look for the helpers. Look for the people that are doing the good work. Look for the beauty that is inherent in what is happening there. There is beauty that can be uncovered in what is happening there, but it is up to us to recognize the beauty that exists there. And as we recognize the beauty that exists there, inherently, the expression of that beauty will come forth more dominantly in the flow of this transition that's happening there. I hold firmly to that notion. It's up to each and every one of us, not some governmental structure, not something outside the self. It is up to each and every one of us to understand the beauty at the core. This is a challenge for many. And I'm going to acknowledge, this may be a big challenge for you. That's okay. You don't have to master it. As I said before, just allow a little bit right here and right now. In just a little bit. To see beyond the circumstances and to behold the divine essence at the core of all creation is to see beauty in all things. And so, we have reached our 7th course. For many people, it's their favorite course, dessert. Can I just tell you what we had for dessert? Chocolate tart, vanilla ice cream, chocolate hazelnut dipped madeleines with French brandy. So our dessert course today is joy. That is the dessert course. Troward expressed joy in this manner. Spirit, or God, cannot do otherwise than to find pleasure in the self-expression which its works afford it. That is living in joy. The infinite self-expression of us is joyful. And so let us celebrate with joy today. For Troward said, the ultimate purpose of life is to live in joy. I want to live in joy. I want to live with the dessert course a lot. I'm happy to experience all the other courses as well, but let's say yes to joy as part of our spiritual work in all things. Joy is the call of our heart that we may bring to everything we experience, and it is ours. Joy is ours to cultivate and celebrate. The substantive being of the all-originating Spirit, also known as God, can be summed up in 7 courses: life, love, light, power, peace, beauty, and joy. The 7-course meal never ends. It's a journey of becoming, and we are in a constant state of becoming. We needn't have all 7 courses mastered right here, right now. And I fear that's what many of us are working. It's like, we want to get it. Just enjoy the particular course that you are on. Savor it. Embody it. Let us relax, secure in the knowledge that we can enjoy each course and be satisfied. Because a little bit of life, a little bit of love, a little bit of light, a little bit of power, a little bit of peace, a little bit of beauty, and a little bit of joy will go a long way in infinitely nourishing the soul. So as Anna offered up in her song today, let us sing. Let's sing it. Let's sing it. Anything we want, let's sing it. Let's sing it. All our heart's desires. Let's sing it. Let's sing it. Let's sing it right into our lives. Peace and blessings to you. You are magnificent. And now the homework. I'm going to start off by expressing the homework in this way. First of all, remembering that where we place our attention and intention, those things grow in our life. So I want you to choose just one of the 7 courses to embody this week. Whether it's life, love, light, power, peace, beauty, or joy, let your life's journey be guided by this particular divine property you choose. Take note throughout the week of how the focus on any particular property or the property you choose shows up in your life. It's like the yellow car thing, right? You think about a yellow car, and all of a sudden, all you see are yellow cars everywhere. That's the way this stuff works. When you place your focus on an idea, it shows up everywhere. So choose one of the 7 courses and really enjoy and embody and savor it this week. That's the homework. And so I'm going to invite us all to relax right where we are, to allow any idea that perhaps is more prevalent in mind than another just be at the forefront of our thinking. Whatever kernel of truth has resonated with your heart and soul here today, simply allow a deep acknowledgement that it is at work in your life. That's the truth.
In the stillness of this moment, I feel love. I feel love. In the stillness of this moment, I feel love. I feel love, and I rest and trust and breathe and know that in the stillness of this moment I feel love. In the stillness of this moment I feel peace. I feel peace. In the stillness of this moment, I feel peace. I feel peace, and I rest and trust and breathe and know that in the stillness of this moment, I feel peace. I do feel peace, for I am the very peace that I feel. I am the very light, life, love, power, peace, beauty, and joy that is what God is. And God is all there is. There is nothing else. In alignment with this understanding, I accept the deepest understanding of my own divinity and the divinity of all people I encounter. And I invite us each to do the same, to recognize the wholeness at the core of all creation, and to begin to reflect upon the truth of being in every interaction, to see the light, the life, the love, the power, the beauty, and the joy reflected back to us, and deepening into the infinite circulation of these attributes. It is with deep gratitude in my heart that I accept this good and I allow it to unfold magnificently. I trust and know this to be so, and so it is. the stillness of this moment, I feel love. I feel love. In the stillness of this moment, I feel love. I feel love, and I rest and trust and breathe and know that in the stillness of this moment I feel love.
Just feels good. There seems to be a thing that's happening every week at exactly the same time that the thing stops. I'm going to reactivate the slides. Let's see here. This is the time in our service where we give. Is there somebody? I'm just looking to William. Is there somebody? Oh, here she comes. It's Diane. Please welcome Diane Christie, a member of our board of directors, to the platform. I'm going to get this up and running, and you...
I can just go with it?
You can go with it, yes. Yes, go with it.
Well, hi, I'm Diane Christie. The first thing it says, keep it simple. So I would like to say I had an amazing insight this morning when I was brushing my teeth. My father was a CPA, and my mother worked in his office for like 30 to 35 years. And it occurs to me this morning as I'm brushing, I'm going, you know what? It's really true what Dad said. Life is about debits and credits. Everything in our house has to be in balance. With that idea, I go forward this morning with this is the time in our celebration where we give. And I believe very much in the law of giving and receiving and balance. So in the idea of being in the flow of life, I'll quote what Edwin Gaines said, I give to that which soothes my soul. There are many ways that you can give here at Unity. In the back of the room, because we're not passing baskets at this moment, back in the sanctuary, feel free to leave something in the basket. A specific request from the bookkeeper, please make sure that you write your name, contact information on the envelope so you can get credit for your donation. And if you've not been here before, please include all contact information so that you can get credit for your contribution. In person, feel free to give in person. You can go to the bookstore, use a debit or credit card. And for the people watching online or anytime online, if you go to unitytucson.com, you can click on any link. Or send a check in the mail. I did that for all the time that we were watching online before the church opened back up. It brought me great joy, perhaps remembering my growing up days of writing checks. And then I would put a stamp on the envelope, and I'd lick the envelope and stick it out and put the little flag up in the mailbox. And sure enough, on Monday morning, the person came around and picked it up. You can also, online too, you can call the office during the regular business hours, Monday through Thursday, 9 to 5:30. And for those who love the text phone, or texting by phone, using a smartphone, text Unity of Tucson, Unity Tucson, to 73256. We are in gratitude for everybody here in every form in which contributions. Oh my gosh.
I feel
Thank you, Dad. Brushing my teeth. Well, this was totally unexpected. William told me that I shouldn't be funny. Not to worry, folks. He gave me a lecture yesterday. Don't try and be funny, Diane. Okay. What I would like to do is to share together our statement of divine giving, which Should be yes, there we go. If you'll say with me, please. I share this gift with love,
conscious of the inner presence as the lavish source and substance of my supply. I am rooted in the assurance that this gift blesses Unity of Tucson, and I trust in its ever-present circulation, knowing its blessings return to me. And so it is. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Expect the unexpected. That's okay. We honor the emotion. We honor the emotion. Thank you so much for that. A couple of things that are happening here at Unity of Tucson. We do have yoga on Monday mornings at 9:30 a.m., so you are welcome to join us for that. Gentle yoga with Lynn. Thank you, Lynn, for guiding us through that experience. There is going to be a new member class new member orientation on September 11th. If you are interested in being an official member, that's the word I'm looking for. If you're interested in being an official member of Unity of Tucson, please join us for that class. It is one of the requirements in our bylaws to become an official member. It's just an overview of what Unity of Tucson is, the philosophy and how we operate here. That is going to be on Saturday, September 11th. If you are interested in that, please reach out. Let me know that you are going to be joining. You can email me at revjonathan@unitytucson.com. If you can't remember that, I have business cards that are in the bookstore, so you can pick that up. Last week, I announced that we were going to be having a town hall meeting. I said last week that it was going to be on September 12th. I was incorrect. We are actually going to have that town hall meeting on the 19th. Following service, that is Sunday the 19th, for a town hall meeting for the membership here at Unity. We're going to talk about where we are and how we are choosing to move forward and the choices that the board of directors are making, because one of the things that's really important for me in ministry, in a spiritual community, is transparency, and I want us all to understand what is happening here at Unity of Tucson. We are bringing back the silent unity practice on Wednesdays, every Wednesday afternoon at 12:30. If you would like to meet for prayer and meditation in the prayer room, please do join me. It'll be about an hour of prayer and meditation every single Wednesday at that time, starting this Wednesday. Molly is taking reservations. Hello, Molly. She's in the back there. Molly is taking reservations for our outing, the Unitix outing to the Gaslight Theater, which we have a block of seats set aside for December 18th. I know it seems like it's a long way away, but it's going to be here before you know it, right? Linda has already said that she's going to make sure that she is on the schedule that day, because Linda is, of course, the music director at Gaslight Theater. So we get to go and celebrate and have a good time. Molly is taking reservations for that now. She is not taking payment yet for that. So if you would like to go, please see Molly in the lobby. If you would like to email Molly, if you're online saying that, yes, I want to join, you can go ahead and email Molly. The email address is actually in Expanding Horizons, and I think as well on our website, so you can check that out. So just reservations, no payment required at this time. We are continuing to raise money to replace our roof. The 80 by 80 fund is filling up, and I'm so grateful for everyone who is making contributions. As I will remind you each week, an anonymous contributor has stepped up to offer a matching donation up to the amount of $20,000 if we raise the $60,000 by this person's 80th birthday on November 23rd. And so, right now, we haven't hit that first 20,000, so if you make a contribution, your contribution is automatically doubled, so please do help us out with that. A couple of things around that. Anna has CDs available in the bookstore, and if you make a $15 contribution to the roof fund specifically, a $15 or more contribution to the roof fund, she is giving away her CDs to those who make contributions. So check that out in the bookstore. Another thing is we are accepting items for a rummage sale that we are going to be having in October. If you have things that you are looking to release from your life, bring them here, and we will help you release them. Anything you donate will help raise funds for the roof, so please do help us out with that. The offices are open throughout the week. You can bring things throughout the week. I'm going to talk a little bit about a change, though. Starting a week from tomorrow, we're going to change our office hours. We are going to be open Tuesdays through Thursdays and Saturdays moving forward. Part of this is due to the schedule of our administrator, Freddie, who is in nursing school, and because I've wanted to have a presence open here on Saturdays for a long, long time, and I'm really excited that we get to move in that direction. So you can bring your items for the rummage sale whenever you want. If you are giving online, you can designate your contribution to the 80 by 80 fund by choosing the fund from the drop-down menu that is presented there. So that's just a lot of information about that. We're going to continue to grow and thrive as a community, and part of that is making sure that we are taking care of our physical home, because as we take care of our physical home, it is a reflection of how we take care of our spiritual home. I want to say thank you to everybody who made today possible. As I'm going to invite Anna to join me back up here. I'm going to say thank you to everyone who made today possible. First of all, I want to say thank you to our technical crew, Wally and Don and Aiden, for ensuring that we are seen and heard. Their magnificent expertise is not something that we take for granted, so thank you for that. I want to say thank you to Lynn for lighting our candles this morning, and I want to say thank you to Diane for sharing this morning and allowing yourself to go with that emotion. I want to say thank you, yes. I want to say thank you to Linda and Joshua and Raphael, our magnificent Unity band. And I especially want to say thank you to Anna Mello, our musical guest today. Thank you for joining us here today. And thank you to you, whether you're watching online or you're in the room, thank you for making your presence known here. We are deeply grateful. As we complete our time here, let's share together the prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds me. I am that light. The love of God enfolds me. I am that love. The power of God protects me. I am that power. The presence of God watches over me. I am that presence. Wherever I am, God is. Wherever God is, I am. And so it is. Amen. Here we go.
We're going to rock it out. Feel free to stand up and dance.
That's why I'm loving every living thing. I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. It makes me feel so good. I can do most anything. Tell us about it, Anna.
In my guiding light now.
She's believing in her guiding light now.
No matter what comes, it always turns out right.
Yeah, it turns out right.
I just dig down right to how I feel, then take a deep breath and grab that wheel. I'm believing in my guiding light.
I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. One more time. I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. It makes me feel so good. I can do most anything. Makes me feel so good. I can do most anything. It makes me feel so good, I can do most anything. Make it a magnificent week, everyone. Namaste.